Hello YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on the channel here on ESGNet. We're back here for week 2 of the Highland Scotties Teambuilder Dynasty, and today we're taking on the 1-1 Syracuse Orangemen, who are looking for their second win here, as they've been on a bit of a roller coaster already in the first couple of weeks here of this season. And of course, we're currently ranked number 1 in the nation after getting a nice win, a nice healthy win over A&M. Now, last week they played against Syracuse, or I should say, Syracuse played against Tennessee. 28-13 was the final. Syracuse was pretty dominant in the first half there, only giving up 6 points, and they had a nice 14-6 lead going to halftime. And then they only gave up 7 there in the second half in the third quarter, and after that they pretty much shut down the Volunteers there. You see Braden Davis, the quarterback there for them, had a pretty decent game. Allen, their halfback here, almost 100 yards for the game, had a rushing touchdown, had 3 broken tackles. And then look at the receivers here. Alcher, Pena, and Ross Simmons all had a touchdown and were just under 60 yards for the day, getting those touchdowns there. Then you see defensively here, defense came playing the last week against them, and of course we'll see if that'll be the case coming up here this week here with the Orangemen. Of course, last week we had a great game. For the most part there, we got a nice win, and of course had 4 interceptions from Robinson, which were not good at all. Not the way you want to start off your new campaign. Already 4 interceptions in and only had 3 touchdowns in the game. But we'll have to try to make sure we keep this quarterback in check here. Davis, there you see a 3-star guy from Middletown, Delaware. There you see his accuracy, 85, power at 92, IQ at 85. Looks like his elusiveness not the greatest there. But you look inside those, each of those ones there, he got some pretty good awareness, health. He's also, he's definitely a healthy guy. Can't really break sacks, but he can, somewhat scramble and accelerate if he needs to make a play. There you see his numbers so far from the first 2 weeks: 379 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 4 sacks. He's completed 62% of his passes so far this season. Rushing wise, 8 carries, 14 yards, no rushing touchdowns for him. We'll definitely have to keep a close eye on him. His halfback, Allen, their elusive back, 2-star kid from the New Jersey metro area, New York metro area. 6 foot, 195 pounds, great elusiveness, change of direction, breaking tackles, not a problem for him at all. He has really good hands for him. Of course, route running needs to be worked on, especially his distance wise, deep and middle needs to be worked on. But short routes, hey, you can run them. But then, of course, there you see his numbers so far this season. Over last year, over 1,000 yards, had 9 rushing touchdowns for him. He had 32 broken tackles so far right now with 1 rushing touchdown, 168 yards on 34 carries there in those games. And of course, they played against they played a week 0 game against Notre Dame, which they lost in a close one, 23-21. And of course, rebound last week with Tennessee, that 28-13 game. And then of course you got Ross Simmons here, Ross Simmons, one of their top wide receivers there for them, 83 overall. And there you see his hands, looseness, and of course his quickness is going to be key for him out there running those deep routes there. Great route runner. And of course there you see 6'3", 205 pounds, a target that you definitely cannot miss out there. And there you see over 1,091 yards last year and several touchdowns as well. And then in their corner, a guy that we're definitely going to have to watch out for in that secondary, as well as throwing to our receivers. He has pretty good man-to-man. Zone coverage even better. Run stop not the greatest. Hands not the greatest, so he can't really catch. But he definitely can. I'm sure he can bat balls away from our wide receivers, but he can keep up with them as well. So that'll be a challenge there for us. So we'll see how well, if we can find some mismatches, if we have to happen to go throw deep, which we don't do too often here because we get pretty matched up pretty well against our wide receivers. And that's one of the things Coach Bonds says in the future here, especially going this season, we got to find some better receivers out there that can really just kind of blow CBs and safeties out of the water from the word go. But there you see Chestnut, another safety out there. 84 overall. Pass coverage, pretty decent in there. Quickness is obviously going to be important for him. And then let's see, he got good IQ. Hands not the best, power's not the greatest, but he definitely can. He has really good zone coverage there. 83. So yeah, he's definitely gonna be a guy that will be lurking around that secondary and trying to see if he can take balls out of the air there against us. So, like I said, we're gonna have to look for those mismatches and really try to throw the coverage here in this game. I really don't want to throw 4 interceptions in a game again. Not fun for me, and definitely not fun for you guys to watch. Here's the top 25 rankings so far. Of course, we're ranked first in the nation, and right now that doesn't really matter because we haven't had that was just our first game of the season last week against A&M. But here are the rest of your top 25, and of course, there's some guys, some other schools there looking for some votes. But there you see the Heisman watch there, and of course, Georgia, Trevor Etienne there on the top of the list, along with Starks there there in 4th place. Currently no moves, no big changes or any moves there for people for the Heisman, and of course we'll keep a close watch on that as we go throughout the season. So we are home for this one here. It's our home opener, hosting Syracuse, and of course there you see our senior quarterback Tyreek Robinson Jr. He had a rough last week. Hopefully this week will be a lot more better for him, as we'll see him on the 14-yard line here. 1st and 10 for the Scotties as they try to run this one with Avery. Avery didn't have he had a nice game, but not where we're accustomed to, over 100 yards or so. Last week had close to about 60 yards for the game. No rushing touchdowns for him. Today we're going to try to see if we can open up that a little bit more for him by trying to feed him the ball as often as we can here in today's game. So we'll see now. 1st and 10, handoff, and that one is not so good there as we get stopped in the backfield there quickly. Loss of 2 on the play. So Bo's now going to come out here on this 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 12, and he's going to try to shrug off a man as well, but he's only going to get those 2 yards that we lost. So we're back at the original line of scrimmage. As we'll see here, ball at the 33-yard line here. 1st and 10, drop back for Robinson, a nice play up there. That's going to be caught by Finney, and he'll get the catch there for the 1st down. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties, as the big tight end gets us the 1st down that we needed. So now we're on the 40-yard line here in Orange territory. Drop back, fire this one there. That's going to be caught, and a nice play as we get a few yards there on that one. I believe that's Dunbar there on that catch. I got to get used to the numbers here with these players here. Had to kind of write some of them down. Dunbar again gets another great catch, as he's going to get that one at the he's going to be stopped at the 25-yard line. So another 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties as they try to keep rolling on here. And of course, hand off here. And of course, if we have a game like we did last week against A&M, I've been told that there's a good chance that we could see some backups coming here and playing. But Coach Bonds really wants to he wants to give guys the opportunity to get on the field here if we need it, if they need it, which a lot of them do. But at the same time here, we're going to try to run our offense the best we can. And if we happen to get really on top of these Orangemen here and make some decent plays here and scoring often, as he thinks we're going to score here this week, as we see another run there, and that's going to be a nice touchdown there. That is going to be a touchdown for Avery. Nice job there as he's able to find the end zone, and that'll be his. I believe that'll be his it's going to be his first touchdown of the season. So nice job. Yeah, last week, remember, he did not make a touchdown at all. And he makes a nice touchdown here. The junior from the home crowd here is able to run this one here with no problem. Nice job there from him. as he's able to get himself on the board here. Highland leads this one now 7-0 here as the Orangeman now out here. And we'll see a quick pass there. That's going to be completed. As you see Davis there trying to get out of the backfield here. Now calling those guys up on the line here. So they're going to go no huddle. 1st and 10 here second and 3 now here for the Orangemen. As we'll see a man in motion. And handoff. That is going to be handed off. And nice job there from Ross Simmons on that jet sweep. As he gets a few yards on the play. Back again here. We'll see a pass. That's going to be incomplete. As they try to get that one to the tight end. So it'll still be a 2nd and 10. It'll be a 2nd and 10 now here as they've still not moved. And now Davis here trying to get away from the defense, and he'll have to throw that one away as he could not find nobody down the field. So they definitely got him on the run here. As we'll see here, a quick pass there. That's going to be dropped and incomplete there for the Orangemen. They'll be forced to punt. They'll punt us there at their 21-yard line, as we'll see a 1st and 10 here for the Scotties. Hand off to Avery. Avery here trying to think about going on the outside, but bounces back inside as he gets 5 yards on that carry. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball placed at the 26-yard line. As the Scotties here look like they're going to be setting up the run here to the left-hand side. And nice job there from Bo as breaks off a few tackles there. And Chestnut and company could not get to him there before he gets the 1st down. 2nd and 5 coming up, as we'll see a change on the line here for Robinson. Robinson drops back in the pocket, looks to pump fakes, looks to the left-hand side, throws this one up. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be enough there for a new set of downs for the Highland Scotties. Good job there from the line, and that's another big thing that we need to address as well. You know, there's sometimes we see a big run here from Bo as he gets down the field here, breaking off a few tackles there, and then finally getting down to the 25-yard line. Nice run there from him. But that offensive line needs to do a better job of blocking up there for us with Robinson. As we'll see a handoff here, that's going to be a nice decent carry there as we get a few yards there on that play. We're now at the 23-yard line of the Orangemen. As we'll see a handoff there. This one's going to go up the middle there for Avery. And Avery fighting there as he's trying to get to that 1st down marker. He's going to come up a little short, but it's still now a manageable 3rd down. As we'll see a 3rd and 2 coming up here. And does a little dancing in the backfield there, but does get enough there to convert there on the 3rd down. So ball's at the 14-yard line here for the Scotties. Scotties looking to try to go up by 2 possessions here. Draw back, throw, that's going to be caught. That's going to go in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Scotties. As that was a good throw and catch. As the Scotties find themselves in the end zone. That is Benson as he finds his way into the end zone. And I believe that is Benson's, that is going to be his 1st touchdown of the season, the sophomore, Jamal Benson. Nice job. As he's able to get on the ledger as well now for the 1st time this season. And the 1st time today's game, as the Scotties now lead it by 2 possessions, 14-0. Orangeman back out here. Davis hands off there as he'll find Allen, and Allen trying to fighting for that yardage there to get keep the chains moving. He does, as he does get the 1st down. About a 15-yard carry there for him. We'll see now a new set of downs here for the Orangemen. 1st and 10, ball their own 37-yard line. And you'll see Davis there calling an audible. Dropping back or hand off here. This one, and Allen can't really do much there as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage there. We'll jump to a 3rd and 10. Orangeman here trying to get down the field here. A quick pass there on that slant pass, and that's going to be completed, but not enough to get a new set of downs as they'll come up short there. It'll be a 4th and change there that they'll be forced to punt. So now the Highland Scotties have the ball here, looking to try to get another score here, try to go by 3 scores here in the 1st quarter. Hand off to Avery. Avery runs this one, and that's going to be a nice run for him as he continues showing off the skills that this young man has. There you see over 3,000 yards for his career here at Highland, as he is doing a very good job. Of course, continuing off from last season, hopefully this year he will be a Heisman Trophy candidate for us by the season's end. as he put up over 2,000 yards last season. And many think he could try to do the same thing again. As we'll see, 1st and 10. Draw back here, toss play. That's going to be a nice little short route play there. And there you see, we're not gonna try to take any deep shots there. We're gonna take some shots, short to mid range there, enough there for Robinson where he can complete as well. So now ball on the 41-yard line after a new set of downs. Highland still has the football here under about almost a minute left here in this first quarter. Try to run this one, and that'll give us a few yards there on the play. We're looking at a 2nd and 7 as we're in the Orangeman side of the field, as we'll see a handoff there to Bo again, and Bo going down the sideline here as he gets pushed out there at the 13. Nice hustle there from him. Huge first down. They see the crowd likes that. They like this running game that we have right now. As now, Robinson here looking to get back in that end zone here. We'll see what they'll do this time around. They went through the air game last time, though. Looks like they're going to go through the air game here again. Robinson now going to call his own number instead. Robinson is going to get pushed down there at the 7 as he makes a nice 6-yard run there for himself. Called his own number that time around. That'll end the first quarter as we're up by 2 scores now here against the Orangemen. As, of course, Orangeman has barely had the ball a little less than 2 minutes in the possessions they've had so far, all it's combined. So they'll definitely have to try to do a better job there in their next drive here coming up. As we'll see the pass there, that's going to be completed, and that's going to be a catch there at the 2-yard line. Nice job there as we now get a new set of downs here. 1st and 10 coming up. Robinson throws this one there quickly, and that's going to be completed. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As that's another completed touchdown pass. Great job. As that is Benson again. As that is going to be his 2nd touchdown, receiving touchdown of today's game. Nice job there from this young man here, the sophomore. And these younger classmen are really doing a good job here. The ones that we've got starting here, both on offense and defense, have really shown up here this season already. Let's see if they can continue that. And now we'll see Davis here fast to throw this one away. He is going to, or not throw it away, but he finds somebody there. And he's going to find Ross Simmons here as he takes this one to the house. Touchdown, Orangemen. And the Orangemen find themselves on the board here for the first time today. Nice throw and catch there for those two. And they'll find themselves 6 points on the board. And you see the Highland Scotty fans like, what happened on that coverage there? And it was just not good coverage there from our defense as they we're playing man, but just I don't know. We slipped them up there a little bit. I thought we had a chance to get a hold of them, but you see there that one little push there and a little nudge, and Ross Simmons just took it off and went to the house there and got himself a touchdown. So it's now 21-7, 2-possession lead here for the Highland Scotties as we're looking at a 1st and 10, ball on their own 20-yard line. 10-19 left here in the first half. Drop back here for Robinson as he'll find a receiver, and he'll get about 9 on that reception there. We'll go now to a 3rd and 1. And again, going on the ground game here with Avery, as that's a nice run there from him. Now, clear open backfield here. 1st and 10, going for a pass. Nice slant pass there. That's going to be Avery on the catch. And he's going to find the chains as well as he gets another 1st and 10 there for Highland Scotties. As the ball's at the 47-yard line. 9 minutes left here in the first half. As we see audible being called on the line. Robinson drops back here. Oh, that one gets tipped, but goes in the hands of the receiver. That was tipped by the defense, and lucky enough, our receiver was able to stay right there and says, oh, never mind, hang on, I got this. As he's able to hold on to, I think it was Finley that got that catch. As now we'll see Robinson throwing this one there. That's going to be completed. That's going to go down the field here. Nice spin move there, and we're inside the 20 on that play. Dumars gets a great job there as he gets a huge 1st down on that catch and run. 1st and 10 here. Now we're inside the 20. We're actually inside the 15. Pass there. Going to be completed. Getting this one into the end zone, and they do. They bounce him around like a ping pong ball, and that Right there is another touchdown for the Highland Scotties. Scotties on the board here again. It's going to be a 28-7 game as we are able to find the end zone once again. And the crowd likes this as Parks, a guy that we really desperately need to have him show up this season. We need to get a lot of yards from him as he's got great speed there, but we're just not able to get those deep passes there to him because it seems like any team we play against, they have a good corner or safety out there watching them like a hawk. So now we'll see here the Orangemen can do. They go no huddle there if they get 5 yards on that reception. 2nd and 5 coming up. 7:36 left here in the first half as we see a run. And they'll stop Allen there as they'll trip him up there a little bit. Now they go no huddle again here and make sure that we'll have the right personnel. 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Orangemen. Syracuse trying to get a man in motion here. And of course, like I said, not letting Highland take too many breathers here as that pass is going to be caught and it's going to be catched at the 46. Or excuse me, at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 after that catch there. Orangemen is still now on no huddle. And of course, they're really trying to mess with our stamina here as they continue calling a no huddle. And of course, teams, you know the drill here. Usually, teams that do this to us does not look like they're not gonna have a good game here as they're able to stop and stuff Allen in the backfield there. Nice play and stopping him. We'll through a 3rd and 9 now coming up as Davis there throws this one off to the halfback there, and Allen can't do much with it, and they'll be forced to punt. So 1st and 10 after the punt, ball on their own 26-yard line here. We'll see the quarterback calling his own number there on that read option. And that's something we've been trying to get Robinson to do a little bit more here this season. We're trying to get him involved in the running game as well, try to get some yardage there that he normally loses, as we'll see Avery here running this one here. Look at Avery going down the field. He is going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. What a run there from Allen. As you see Parks fired up for him. And the fans are too. Nice run there from him. I want to say that's about a 65-yard run. Take a look at this. Just does a great job there getting around, finding those holes there, and just blazing down the field here as he's able to get in the end zone. Touchdown Highland Scotties, and the Scotties keep on taking a commanding lead here now, 34-35. Now, the reason why we did not have, or I should say 34-7, because we missed our field goal there. And, yeah, so we have to try to get that back here. But, yeah, for whatever reason, I'm still having issues. From time to time, I have issues with that damn kicking meter. Sometimes I hold on to it too long, and sometimes I don't hold on to it long enough. 1st and 10. Drop back here for Davis as he finds his halfback there, Allen. Allen here getting the reception. He's just going to get 9 on the reception. 2nd and 1 coming up. Under 5 minutes left here in the ball game. And, oh, a nice interception there, as that's going to be a Scotties football there. Nice play there from the defense. I don't see how he caught that. And there you see Davis wondering, like, how was that interception? As we'll take a look at the replay here. This was a great catch there. It was a gut catch there by Cameron Fields, as he does a great job there. Keep it up, keep staying with his man there. And this, oh yeah, that was just a misfire, just thrown too wide. And Cameron able to get the catch. So nice job there from Fields, as we'll get a 1st and 10 after the interception. Ball plays at the 40-yard line. We'll scatter, get rid of it there. That's going to be thrown, and oh, it's going to be caught. Nice job, as that's going to be a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. Ball at the Orangeman's 47-yard line. Play action, running this one out around. Going down the field here, throwing this one up. That's going to be caught. As Finley here trying to stay up. He's trying to keep his legs moving. And he is brought down inside the 5. I think they're going to mark him at the 5. And that's a big 1st down here for the Highland Scotties, as Robinson Jr. Throwing this one a little off target, a little unbalanced there, but for the most part there, great job for the tight end getting there. And of course he's trying to keep his balance as well. And he's going to be stopped at the 5. So now, pretty much call anything in this situation here. First and goal coming up, ball on the 5-yard line here for the Scotties. As we'll see this one being tossed to, and of course it's going to go to Avery. Avery's going to find his way into the end zone, and touchdown, Highland Scotties. Nice run there from Avery as he finds his way into the end zone there. I think this is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day already here in the first half, as he's having a really great game here. As we take a look at the replay, and he just takes his ball skills and his moving the football there and his ball carrying skills and just seeing the field, his vision there is just great. And great job there from him. As we'll see now, this 2-point conversion going to be completed, and that puts us at a nice 42 points now here as we get that 2-point conversion coming back from that botched field goal kick that we had. And the reason why I didn't show because it was horrible. 2nd and inches coming up, as we'll see a handoff there. That's going to go to Allen, and Allen's going to be stopped in the backfield, but he does get enough to get the first down, or just gets enough there to barely gets out of that backfield there, but does get the first down. He gets his number called again here, and he's going to run this one here, and he's going to cross the 50 as he gets into Highland Scotty territory now at the 47-yard line here. 1st and 10 for the Orangemen as they got a man in motion. And Davis going to drop back, throw this one up there. That's going to be caught. Great job there by Ross Simmons as he's able to complete the catch and get a huge first down for the Orangemen. Allen there that time, try to run this one out of the backfield, only getting gain of 2 on the play. So now we'll see here, 2nd and 8. And now Davis going to go try to run this one himself, but decides not to. He's going to get himself up and as he slides. 3rd and 6, pass there. That's going to be completed and right there in the numbers there for his receiver. As Davis here trying to move the Orangemen here a little closer. They're in blowout territory right now. And that's going to be incomplete. Now looking at a 2nd and goal. Ball inside the 10 here for the Orangemen. As we'll see a quick pass there. That's going to be by reception caught there by Ross Simmons. He's going to complete it, and they're going to be sitting at the 1-yard line. So now 3rd and goal here. Quick pass there. That's going to be completed, and the Orangemen are on the board here again as the tight end gets the catch that time around. And the Orangemen looking at this one here, as that's going to be Villari, the senior, able to get there. Does a great job there getting in front, and does a great job getting the hands on the ball there and bringing that one in for a touchdown. 14-42 here. Highland leads this. As open backfield here, pass. They're going to be completed, and that one is going to be caught for a 7-yard reception. 2nd and 3 coming up here. Ball to 26. Drop back here for Robinson. Quick pass there, and they're going to have to bring him down. That was tackled there by Chestnut as he makes a tackle there on that play for the Orangemen. Ball on the 36-yard line here for the Highland Scotties. There's an audible being called there by Robinson. Of course, last week he had a problem with that. He had a couple of delay of games because the crowd was just so rowdy at College Station. And of course, when you go there, you're kind of expected that to happen from time to time. Like I said, they were using some non-verbal communication they've been working on during the springtime and of course off season. Didn't really work there at times. Pass being completed there, 42 or at the 42-yard line here. Nice pass there. Great job as Robinson. He's looking pretty sharp right now, looking very confident in the pocket. And it's good, gets a nice catch there. We haven't said that name too often here today. As we'll see now at the 18-yard line here, 45 seconds left here for the half. Robinson drops back here, throws this one up there, and oh, he just underthrew it just too short. This one could go back for a pick six, and it looks like that's what's going to be the case here as the Orangemen going to take this back for a pick six, a 96-yard pick six, or 98-yard pick six there from Braxton in the third. Oh, this is a gut wrencher right there. Thought we had that there, but Robinson just underthrew that, just way too short there. Didn't put enough air underneath of it or behind it, and that's going to cause us now to give up a pick 6 here to the Orangemen, and that's going to be interception number 5 for him here in today's game, or should I say for this season. First interception, I believe, in the game here today. Or no, it's the second. I think he had threw one earlier too. Or no, he threw it was his first, yeah. So yeah. So now we'll see here with 15 seconds left here. We'll try to see if we can get down the field here and try to at least get in field goal range. Robinson again drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here, goes deep in the pocket, throws this one up there, and that is now interception number 6. That is interception number 6 for him this season, his second of the day. I wasn't sure if he had that second one or not, but now there it is. And that is not how you want to end the half. Trying to get down the field there and try to at least put some kind of something on the board there after that interception. Wasn't able to there. So now with 2 seconds left here, Davis, so the Orangeman here, trying to drop back here. He's going to heave this one up high and deep, and that one's just going to get battered away. And that is how the first half is going to end. Not the way I was hoping for there on those last 2 drives there for us, as we end up giving up interceptions. One of them, which of course went back for a pick 6 for 98 yards. Ouch. But for the most part here, he's throwing pretty decent, with the exception of those 2 interceptions. 20 for 23 right now. I think we could do a little bit better there in the second half, and I'm pretty sure by the look of the score here, we might see some second string guys come in here. We might see Singer as well take over and get a couple snaps of his own here in today's game. But this has been a great game here. For the most part here, the passing, we were going under coverage. We were not going too deep here like we were trying there on that play there. I thought we could hit him in the back of the end zone, but apparently I just didn't put enough air behind that ball to get it over the head there. I would say that time that was my fault. The second one, kind of 50-50 there. But regardless, it's been a great first half here, because the great run that you see here that we've been seeing all game long here from Avery and Bo has been excellent. So let's see if we can keep that up here as we go into the second half. First and 10 here for the Orangemen, as we'll see Allen here run this one there for the Syracuse Ball Club, as he'll get a nice carry there for about 5 yards. 3rd and 5 here. We'll try to see if they can convert. Pass there. That's going to be completed. And they're going to bring down the receiver there near the 40-yard line. Here they go, no huddle now, as they think this is a great idea. Trying to, of course, obviously trying to keep our personnel out there and not let us switch up here. So they're trying to do their best to try to run our guys ragged at this point. And so far, they've done that already here once in today's game. It's a fumble being called there. Oh, come on. What happened there? I don't know why, but the computer had us overrun that. And Quinn should have had that, but they had us overrun it and not let us get a hold of it. So now ball's placed at the 25-yard line, loss of 25. We'll see a handoff here from Allen as he's trying to get out of backfield here and trying to make up that yardage that they lost. So now 3rd and 24 here. This is obviously going to be a passing situation here. Defense needs to pin their ears back here and try to go after this ball. The ball's going to be incomplete as the receiver could not get to it. Nice job there for the defense breaking that up. So now we'll get the ball here at the 44-yard line after the punt. 1st and 10 here for the Scotties. First drive of the half. As Robinson here trying to get rid of this football here. Robinson, what are you doing? Don't throw across your body like that, buddy. As that could have definitely been an interception there. But he had to get rid of it. And, of course, he should have just threw it out of bounds there. As now he'll scramble here off to the right-hand side. Running this one here. And he knows he's got to make up that those 2 blunders he had earlier, and also that 3rd one there, by running the ball there and get some yards through the ground. Rob is here now running, or trying to go out of the pocket there, trying to get it to his tight end, but he gets hit as he threw the football there, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up, as we'll see Robinson again here throwing this one up there. That's going to be caught. That's going to be there at the 37-yard line. So now 3rd and 5 coming up. Scrambled off to the right-hand side, looking down the field here to make a play. He does. He's going to throw this one up there. That's going to be completed, as that's going to get to, I believe, Benson on the play there as he gets the first down. They're going to mark him inside the 10, as we'll see a 1st and goal coming up here for the Scotties. First time in the red zone here in the second half, as we see our quarterback now trying to do something with his legs, and he'll get a few yards on that play. 2nd and goal coming up. Ball inside just inside the 10 there, near the 5-yard line. Or I should say option there as they throw that one out there to the Avery. Avery here gonna get tossed there. Avery trying to get up the field here now this time as he's trying to stiff arm there, and Robinson, he's hurting. He's on the ground. And I think they get a good shot at him there. As now we're trying for a 23-yard attempt here, trying to put up 3 points. As those option plays did not work too well, especially now to the point where our QB now is going to be, our starting QB is going to have to sit out. So that means Singer is going to come into the game. And we'll see what Singer can do here, as he's pretty well. We've known him pretty often. He played quite a few starts last season. And, of course, had a couple of good snaps last week against A&M. And, yeah, we're going to go ahead and substitute Robinson out and put him in when we come back on the offense. As we'll see the defense coming back out here. And they make a nice stop there on that 1st and 10. No gain there, as we'll see Allen here trying to run this one here. And he will get hit hard. And he'll have to come out of the game as well, as that's an injury timeout. He'll be taken out of the game for a bit there. Hopefully not too serious. As now Davis doesn't have his first string halfback there, but he is going to try to get rid of this football there, but he's going to get sandwiched. And a great play there by Barr. As Barr's like a little kid out there, enjoying what he is doing to his quarterback here today. As Tyreek Barr, the senior, of course, that was one of the last, he was one of the 5 candidates for the Heisman Trophy last year. We'll see if we can get him back up there this year, as we'll see a handoff here after the punt. Ball's near at midfield, as we get about 2 yards on the carry, making it 2nd and 8 here for the Scotties. And the Scotties now run this one with Avery, and Avery gets hit hard and barely gets anything on that carry. Orangemen, of course, know this is the second half here. They're going to have to deal with Avery quite a bit, him and Bo, in the running game. Excuse me. As we see another first down there for the Highland Scotties. Ball at the 41-yard line. Hand off there to Bo. Bo here looking for a good block here, but there is a flag on the play. We'll probably see this one coming back here. I think this might be on the fullback. As, yeah, it looks like it's going to be on Nick. And that's a 10-yard penalty. An illegal block in the back. Puts up the 41-yard line here. 1st and 10. As we'll see now, they'll try to take advantage of that here, as they know that with this situation here, we're going to run the football. On the 43, loss of 3, and quick pass there like that. That's what we need. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As the Scotties are on the board here again, the first time in the first half, or the second half here. Great play, as the Scotties put on another 6 more points on the board, and that's Dumars. Again, the sophomore showing off what he can do here with the football. His first touchdown of the day, his 3rd of the season. And the Scotties continue this lead now, 52-21. Under 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll hand off and we'll see a stop. As Allen, the halfback there for Syracuse, is now going to have to come off the field again. He just was taken out earlier in their last drive, and now he's been taken out again. As we'll see their backup now coming in here. He gets a stop as he's trying to run the ball here. 3rd and 1 coming up, man in motion. And we'll see the quarterback being taken down. Look, great read there from Locklear. Nice job as he read that one, read the snap count. Excellent. And just jumped right through the offensive line there of the Orangeman. As a senior, just look at him, just racing through there, screaming mad at the quarterback there. and makes a nice sack there and forces them to punt. As now 1st and 10 here, ball the 45-yard line. A great block there for. Look at this run here. I like this. This is a great run. As we see a big run there from Bo. Nice stiff arm, then a nice spin move, then another stiff arm before he is finally dragged down, just short of getting to the end zone there. What a run this has been. Nice 49-yard run here from him. As look at that. There's a beautiful spin there, and then breaks the tackle, and then finally someone behind him pushes him, and then a nice grab there. As we're just inside the 10 here of the Orangemen. 1st and 10, ball at the 6-yard line. Hand this off to our fullback here and try to get him in the end zone as well. But he is going to come up short there. As now we'll see what we can try to do here. Ball on the 1-yard line here. We'll get back to the fullback here. I think we should. But we'll see here. Handoff there. That's going to go to Bo. And Bo's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. Highland Scotties. As the Scotties continue putting more points on the board here. Woo! This is just a slobber knocker of a game here. You know, they were, I will say, they were, Orangemen were ranked at the beginning of the season. They were ranked 23rd in the season. And then, of course, they got knocked off by Notre Dame. And since then, they have not, of course, they bounced back in week 1 against Tennessee. And I would figure this game would be a lot closer than what it should be. But, man, that's not the case here. So we'll see a good hit and a good brought down there. But he is able to hold on to that football for the first. Ball on their own 40-yard line here, Orangeman. Davis throws this one there to the halfback. And the second-string halfback gets the catch for loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up. Run here for the second-string halfback as he is pushed around there. Nice yards there for him. As now we'll see Davis here trying to get rid of the football. He has to throw it away. And it's going to be an incomplete pass, and it's going to force him to punt. Ball now on the 30-yard line here for the Highland Scotties. As we'll see another run here from Bo, and Bo gets taken out there quickly before he can really take off and do anything. We'll see now ball in the 33. Ball's going to be kept there by the quarterback as he runs that one for the first. Nice job of finding the first down sticks and moving the chains. And of course, he's learning. You don't have to necessarily throw. You don't have to force it anywhere. You just, plays not work out, just go down the, run down the field as best you can, get some yardage as you can. Try to get any kind of positive yardage, really. As we'll see here, 2nd and 8. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Highland Scotties. Robinson drops back here, and oh, look at this. Another deep pass there. Nobody keeping a close eye on Dumars, and Dumars gets a huge first down. Puts him at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Robinson paying attention to that. That's twice now. He's noticed that there was no coverage there on Dumars, and Dumars, he's taking advantage of it there. Nice job as they get inside the 20 here of the Orangemen. We'll see now. All the 13-yard line here. Just 30 seconds left here in the quarter. Robinson running this one himself. He's going to run this one in there for a touchdown. Nice play there from Robinson Jr. As he is stepping up here in today's game. He knows he's thrown, what, 3 interceptions? Something like that. Yeah, he's thrown, 2 interceptions today. And he runs this one for a touchdown there. So he's trying to make up for at least something there for us here offensively. As the ball's now placed on the 25-yard line after the kickoff. And we'll see there, a nice stop there from our defense on that receiver. 2nd and 2 coming up. And a drop back here for Davis. Davis going to throw this one up there. That's going to be a great catch there. Thrown to his halfback. As his halfback gets bullied around on the other side of the 45 there in Scotty territory. And that'll be it for the third quarter. 4th and final quarter here. This has been a long one here today. But the fans here in the dog pound there are loving it, as we're leading this one 66-21. As we'll see a handoff run here, and second string quarterback now for the Orangemen out here, as Barr and some of the first stringers are still out here, and they, of course, they want to put a hurting on this quarterback as well, as I think they kind of did there, as Tariq Barr gets another sack as he's able to get a hold of their QB De La Rosa or De La something. They bring him down there. So now 3rd and 22 coming up here for the Orangemen. Let's see a pass up the middle there. That's going to be deflected. Nice job there from the defense. And that's going to force them to punt. So now the Highland Scotties have the football here on the 20-yard line. And no gain there on that play. As we get to a 2nd and 10 now here. Just 10 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. And, of course, we're just trying to run the ball here with Bo. Robinson's back in the game here. He wants to get looks like he wants to get a couple of snaps before, I would imagine they probably take him out at some point here. 3rd and 11 here now. Ball on the 19-yard line. Robinson, he's going to have to run this one here. The defense is right on him as he runs this one here. He's going to try to slide there at the 30-yard line, but he's going to get knocked down. They're giving forward progress there. They'll mark him at the 30. As we'll see here, 1st and 10. Handoff there to Avery. And Avery gets about a yard or two on that play. We'll see what they can do here on the 2nd down. Robinson looks a little banged up there with that wear and tear. But he is still out. He's staying out there. As you look at his icon there, he's got a little hurt. He got a little bit of an injury, but he's sticking with it. He now hands off to Avery again. Avery, nice little spin move there from Avery. And Avery able to move the chains for a new set of downs here for the Highland Scotties. 1st and 10 for the Scotties as the ball is now placed at the 47-yard line. Bo has it, and Bo gets his legs taken from him there, but he will roll into a 5-yard carry. 2nd and 5 coming up now. And we'll see another handoff, this time going to the left-hand side, and they're going to stop him at the 46. So now 3rd and 4 coming up. We'll see what they'll try to do here with this football, as we'll see a drop back here from Robinson. Robinson running this one instead, looking for the block, and Robinson being brought down there. He was trying to get that block there to help him out, but it wasn't there for him, but he is able to hold on to the football there for the 1st down. Nice hustle there from him as he's starting to feel good out there. Seeing handoff now, good block there. Now trying to break this one there, but he can't. And nice run there from Avery. Gain of 4 on the play. So 2nd and 6 coming up here for the Highland Scotties. As we'll see a handoff there, and then we'll see Avery again getting a nice run there. They're able to move the chains once again here. Does a great job of doing that, especially when he runs inside there. 1st and 10. Inside the 30 now. And, of course, taking our time here, trying to chew the clock as much as we possibly can. As Bo has a wide open space over the left-hand side. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. His 2nd rushing touchdown of today's game. His 2nd of the season. Nice run there for him. And the Scotties are doing an excellent job of the ground here today. Wow. I think both our guys are well over 100 yards for the day. And, of course, both of them have... Avery has 3 rushing touchdowns, I think. And Bo, well, at least so far he has 3. And Bo has 2. And now we'll see here. 2nd string quarterback for the Orangeman getting dropped. As that's another sack there from the defense. And this Orangeman offense is not liking this defense at all. Coach Bonds brought in some more second string guys in to help out here defensively. As we'll see a pass, that's going to be incomplete, as that's just going to be overthrown. So now 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Orangemen. And the quarterback here has to quickly pass this one there, trying to throw that one to the tight end, and they're going to be short of the 1st down marker. So 4th and 2 coming up. And why are we showing this? Well, it's because about field position here. Let's take a look here. Look at this right here. This is a great return here, and almost got that one back into the end zone there. So great field position now. We're inside. There's 20. Actually marked at the 17. As you see a scramble now for Robinson. And Robinson here running this one, and he is going to run out of bounds as he gets pushed out at the 9. So just about a 8-yard run. Robinson throws up the middle there, finds his tight end. His tight end's going to get in the end zone there. Finney gets into the end zone. Well over 100 yards for the day, and he gets his first touchdown of the season. Great job there for the Highland Scotties. And they've already put a 50 burger on these boys, and now they're about to put an 80 on them. It is going to be the extra point pending. It could be 80-21. It is getting way out of hand here as we're just running our offense here. And I'm being told that Coach Bonds is going to go ahead and he's going to put his second string guys in now on offense. So see some of the second stringers there. And that's a great pick there. Look at that turnover. Yes, look at he is fired up there. And there you see the quarterback not happy about that, saying no, he's out of bounds. As that was an interception. That was clean as a sheet. That's Jaleel West, our senior, who just had a great second half last year. And does a great job there on that one, snagging that ball there, keeping his foot in bounds, and getting that interception. Ball to the 25-yard line here as we have Avery run this one. Avery going down the field here, and Avery's going to get pushed out at the 4. As that's going to be another great run there for him. Ball to the 4-yard line here. Singer now out here. We'll have the second string guys out. Pass being completed there. That is going to be a touchdown. And that is going to be by Smith Evon, as he will get the catch there. And that's going to be a touchdown catch for him as he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. And that's going to be his first touchdown of the season. The sophomore, RJ, does a great job there. And as the second string now trying to go out here and try to score on these Orangemen as well. It is 87-21. I think at this point here, I think the Orangemen are now trying to throw that white flag out there for mercy here. And Coach Bond says, okay, well, I'll just put my second string guys out here and show them what they can do. As they get a couple snaps as well. It's tackle broken. And that ball is going to be at the 40-yard line. They're trying to do a no huddle here. As they're trying, of course, to take advantage of this unexperienced defense. Pass there on that screen pass. That's going to be completed. And it's going to be at the 46. 35 coming up here with 3:34 left. Ball at the 46, and that ball is going to be incomplete. And they're going to be forced to punt. As now, with 3:25 left here, there's not much we can do here. It's just run the football and try to eat up enough time here for help ourselves out here. Try to get out of this ball game here. And 2nd and 11 coming up. Handoff here to Bo runs this one again, and he gets a nice run there. It just trips me out, these guys, how fast they can run. And then, honestly, the what is that slider? That's the slider that tells you from speed. I've left it as the default. Like, that's these guys' actual speed. Like, oh, so it's great to see you have running backs like that, and especially with Avery. Avery's going to be here for at least another year, hopefully. Hopefully he does not decide to go to the pros, as he's only a sophomore, as Murphy there gets the nice catch there. Nice job there from the freshman there. As we'll see a drop back here from Singer. Throws this one there, coming out of the backfield for Bo. And Bo gets a nice reception there for a gain of 3. Final less than almost a minute left here in this ball game as a snap there being called, or a flag being called. And it's going to be a delay of game on the Scotties, as the Scotties, I don't know if they wasn't paying attention to what was being said on the line there, but Singer did not snap it. So that's a 5-yard penalty. We'll see a 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball to the 35-yard line. Let's see a drop back here. Look and try to get rid of that one there. And we throw it down. At least incomplete pass. Now 3rd and 12. Drop back here, tossed up there. Great catch there. That's going to be inside the 20. Mark him near the 10-yard line. I think they're marking at the 11 for the first down. So now getting close to the final 30 seconds of this ball game here. We'll see if Highland will try to score. Play action. Drop back here. Finds the tight end. And that's going to be caught. And that's going to be it for this ball game here. As the Highland Scotties win this one here, 87-21. Was not expecting this here this season, but hey, we got that big win here. Hopefully, this is a confidence booster for us as we get ready for our 3rd and final game of the season here against Virginia Tech coming up in the next episode. Which I'm hoping it's going to be even a closer bout with them. But this one was a good one. All right, we were just padding stats here and doing a great job here, especially in the second half there. So we'll have to see if that is some hopefully this is a confidence booster, get our guys psyched and ready to go for next week as we go on the road. But this was a nice win here as we scored 28 there in the first half. Wow, we did. I mean, we messed them up in the first half. 28 in the second quarter, 14 in the first quarter. They only scored 21 in the second quarter alone. So our defense did a great job there. Dominating that game. But turnovers wise, yeah, of course, both guys had two interceptions in the game. Of course, now we have 6 interceptions now for our QB Robinson. So he is definitely on thin ice with Coach Bonds going into this next game. He needs to play near perfect when it comes to the passing game. 26 of 31, not bad for the throwing there. That's where we want to throw him around that 30, we're between 30 and 35 attempts. But 26 of 31, 396, 5 touchdowns. He has now 8 for the season. Of course, 2 interceptions. That adds now to that total to 6 interceptions for the season. Singer 5 for 7, 58 yards, and a touchdown for him. Avery 27 attempts on 206 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. He has now 3 for the season. Bo 16 for 179, and he had 2 touchdowns. And Robinson 10 carries for 102 yards. Wow, I don't think we've ever had Robinson run that much. And he also had a rushing touchdown as well. Dumars 6 catches for 142. He has now his 3rd touchdown of the season. Finney had 8 receptions for 117, a touchdown. Benson 7 catches for 75 and 2 touchdowns. He has now 2 touchdowns for the season as a total. Parks has 1 catch for 13 yards, his first touchdown of the season. And of course, Smith Eblin had 2 receptions for 11 yards and a touchdown there as well. So nice to see that. Of course, defensively there you see Barr 10 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Great day for him. Of course, some other players as well. Locklear 8 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack. His first sack of the season. He has now 4 TFLs for the season. O'Quinn 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. He had 2 sacks. He has now 3.5 sacks for the season. West 5 tackles, an interception, his first of the year. Jenkins 3 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a half a sack. He has now a sack and a half for the season, along with 4 TFLs. Fields has his first interception of the season with 3 tackles. And Kemp had 2 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and had 2 tackles for loss. He has now a total of 3 tackles for loss for the season so far. Syracuse unfortunately had a really rough day there for our defense. 20 of 30, 233, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception there for Davis. Del Rio Wilson, there you see his numbers, 4 for 6. He had 36 yards in the game. His job was just kind of get out there and just get some snaps because not much he can do there to bring back that team. Ross Simmons had a great day through the air. 6 catches, 129 yards, a touchdown for him. Of course, like I said, he's a huge target there. He's going to have days like that. It's going to be really tough to go against a guy like that. Villari, four catches for 10 yards, and he had a touchdown as well for the Orangemen. Brown had the most tackles there for them in the game for the Orangemen. We'll see the tackles for loss. That'll be Brown as well. Of course, Collins, 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. No sacks there for them. We got our quarterback pretty clean there for the most part. And of course, 2 interceptions. Buxton and Chestnut got those. And then, of course, there you see no fumbles, no fumble recoveries. And, of course, they did have that interception that went back 98 yards on INT pick 6. So, as you see here, Defensive Player of the Week is Barr. Nice job there. So, Woolfolk was last week, now Barr this week. And Barr's also the National Defensive Player of the Season, or Defensive Player of the Year, or of the week, excuse me. As we take a look here at some of the rest of the Big 12 numbers there, Missouri and Kansas went at it, 48-14. Damn, come on, Kansas. And then, of course, you see the rest of the numbers there, rest of the stats from the other Big 12 play there. I'll try to leave that in there for you guys as well when we're wrapping up videos there. Hopefully, your team, if you're a Big 12 fan, hopefully they won. But as we take a look here, we get ready for week number 3. As we're currently 2-0, and we're going against an 0-2 team. That'll be the Hokies there. Not Hokies. The Hokies of Virginia Tech, as they lost 2 straight here now. I believe they lost to South Carolina in week 1 and lost to Vanderbilt just last week as well. So a really rough time, especially if you're losing to Vanderbilt. Jeez, what's going on with you? Really rough time for Virginia Tech right now. And, of course, they like to try to turn things around here very quickly. And, of course, there you see we're still ranked number 1 in the nation. It's nice to see, but at the same time, we still got to keep motor on here. So, week 3 coming up. That should be coming up here in the next day or two. And we'll see how we do against the Hokies there in Blacksburg coming up in episode number 20 here. The Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And, of course, hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. And, of course, don't forget to follow us on our second channel over here on YouTube on ESGNet Plus LP, as we got some NCAA action over there with our Road to Glory series with Bryce Calhoun. As well as on this channel, you guys can check out our coaching carousel with Matt Marvel, which has been a lot of fun to play as well. Had a really cool quarterback there. I'm enjoying there from Memphis. But yeah, definitely check that out here on the channel, and stay tuned for more here on ESGNet. As we're doing, really love the support. I'm really getting the numbers up. But let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. Keep it going strong. But we'll see what we can do here. So, Dog Pound, are you ready for week 3? I hope you are. Going to Blacksburg, taking on the 0-2 Virginia Tech Hokies in the next episode. As always, guys, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.